But I wanted to show you, this is a card that we made at my in-person class, the last one I was having in the store. Classes are now going to be held in my home. I'm so excited. We're working on plans to make it look semi-pretty, a little at a time. You'll watch it grow if you're one of my attendees. But I'm going to show you how I made these cards. And we made these in class. Now this one's going to be a little bit different. So I have pre-cut most everything for you. So, and I'm also using, again, the happy labels. This is a new stamp set, and I love it. The sentiments are great. They go, there's just like for everything, just for everything. So yeah, I'm very happy about it. All right. And I want you to know that I pre-cut all the circles with, you can see all my circles here, with the awesome and wonderful stylish shapes. The only one I have not cut yet is for the sentiment, because I'm going to stamp the sentiment first, and then I'm going to die cut it. Now, some of you have been asking how I get these magnets. I kind of showed you, it was one of my favorite things at Mega Meet this year, but they are from, oh my gosh, now I can't think of what it's called. Why does that happen to me? I don't understand it. Anyway, I know it's not listed on here, but they're the ones that do all those like IKEA organizational things, and I will try to post it. If you scroll back to when I was at Mega Meet, you'll see that I did them then. So, okay. So I've pre-cut them, and I'm also using some designer series paper. This is from the wonderful Bright and Beautiful collection. And this is Boho Blue. This is one of our new in colors. So I'm going to create my card base by just simply folding that in half. Now you see on the original I used thick basic white. And this, I think, was also from that. Let me make sure. Nope, this paper is from Hello Irresistible. And you'll notice that this paper is this paper. I'm doing the same thing. This piece was from down here. So I'm using the same designer series paper to create the label so it matches. All right, so because this is a medium dark, you could write on the inside, but I think it needs a piece of basic white in there. You can decorate it in or put some kind of a sentiment inside if you want to. However, this card sentiment on the front is going to say just a note. So I'm leaving enough room to write a note, right? So that's kind of important. You got to have space. Nobody wants a short note. I have to tell you, when I get a card that's just stamped like happy birthday, Susie, like Susie, say something nice, you know? So if your name is Susie and you sent me a birthday card, I am not pointing you out. I haven't got your card yet, so I don't know that you've done that. But that's just my personal opinion. I like to write a little bit more into a card whenever I can. Then I'm going to take this designer series paper. I like this side, but it's just too much with the circles that I'm doing. So I'm going to use the other side of it and get that glued down. I think I had it this way when I was planning it out, with the almost white at the top. I love how it's variegated and it slowly goes into a bubble bath, the bubble bath. Okay, so now I am going to stamp my sentiment. So I need my foam mat. And I am doing just a note. And I'm going to be using the Baja Blue ink for this. And I'm going to stamp it just right in the center. Here we go. And now I'm going to take this over and I'm going to cut it out with the small little label. Okay, so now I have that cut out. I love these dies. They're great. You know how I love different shaped dies, and every time any of them get retired, I cry a little bit. But yeah, pretty happy with this one. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the tricks of putting this together. So this is super simple, obviously. This is going to go onto this label, which is in our new, I believe it's called Moody Mauve. So this card actually uses all of the new In Colors cardstock. Let me move that one because we're going to do that one in a minute. So now I want to recreate these intertwined circles. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat and I am going to work backwards. First, I'm going to keep this blue one solid, but each of the other ones I am going to snip a slit. There. Now my trick is going to be, I'm doing it backwards, so I'm going to set this one upside down, opposite of the way I want it. And then this one is going to go upside down, and you want to get that in there so that, see how I use the slit to add it to that. And the reason I'm doing this on top of the card is so that I can kind of see placement. So now what I want to do is I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here, just a little. I don't really want it to ooze out and get all over my card front, because then that'll make a big mess, right? So I'm going to move the slit so that the slit is in there. And just hold it for just a second. And then I'm going to take the gold one, and I see that it goes over and under this one. So it's going to go through the pebbled path, and is that right? No, because it's going to be on top of that, and then again on top of this one. So if that makes sense to you, because I'm working backwards, I kind of have to pay attention to what I'm doing. So I wanted to actually loop the pebbled path over here. So this might seem confusing to you, but if you just take your time and play with it, it will make sense to you. So you just have to kind of be thinking opposite of what you're doing. All right? So that's kind of going to go like that. So now I need just a little bit, again, another dot here. Then I'm going to lift this so my slit is there, and hold that for a second. Okay. Now they do move a little bit, so you're going to want to, give yourself a minute to keep them from moving, because this is liquid glue. So it likes to play a little bit. So now this one, I'm going to wait until I get these on, because then I can place it a little bit better. Also, when you're placing them this way, make sure that you're doing it upside down with the stitches, so that when you see them, you can tell the difference. Not sure how well you can see, but the stitches are prettier on one side. The other side is not that pretty. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put adhesive on the little dots all over my rings. Now I have to work fast because I want to, remember, I want to put this one on. So I don't want to hesitate too long to get these where I want them, because I need to put adhesive on this, whoops, and slip it so that it goes through here and behind there. And then I'm just holding this in place for a minute, because the liquid glue needs a second to adhere. Oops. And when you get it on your fingers, it likes to adhere to your fingers, I think, more than anywhere else in the world. So now there is my circles. Now I see this one needs a little bit more adhesive right there. Hold that in place. So now I have my fun circles. And of course, your circles can be any way you want them. But I just wanted to show you how to make them intertwine. Now I'm going to use dimensionals, which I just had here. Here they are. To pop up. You can do it flat. This one, it's flat because this is a lot of dimension. But I think I want to pop this up. And I'm running low on dimensionals, waiting for a shipment. I think I may have said, I'm doing a recording, so I can't remember when I said what and when it's being posted. This one is going to be, it's a recorded video for my Facebook page, facebook.com/MemoryINKers, and it will be posted on May 27th, Saturday, for my Saturday sip. So then, there you go. So those are my 2 cards. And super easy peasy. And I think that, I hope that you will like them. Let me come down just a little.